Today I have with me Mrs. Kavita Shanbhag. She is the founder and managing trustee of Child Raise Trust, an NGO which helps with the needs of special children and adults as well. So I would like to ask Mrs. Kavita Shanbhag that what exactly does her NGO do, and could you give us an introduction about the services of your NGO?
Okay. See, Child Raise Trust was founded in 2001 with the launch of our website called www.childraise.com, and basically it was done with the intention of giving information to special needs population, especially their caregivers. So this was the basic intention with which we started, because in India we do not get any kind of information very easily.
Okay.
So that was the purpose behind it.
About if you could tell us more about the social cause and its importance, and
Yes.
probably what challenges do the families of such children face, on a day-to-day basis.
Yes. See, as I said, information is our main purpose behind our organization. We felt that when a parent realizes that they have a special kid, or he has some special needs, they are absolutely in a shock.
Correct.
They are completely devastated, and then they don't know where to start from. And in India, what happens is we do not have the concept of medical social worker, or we do not have any support staff as such,
Right.
which will give these these services or this kind of information. So usually it comes to the doctor to give this kind of information, and as you know, they absolutely do not have much time at hand.
Correct.
So what happens is, then where do the parent go?
Right.
Then unless the rehabilitation process starts as early as possible, the child loses precious time, because early intervention is the key to the child's rehabilitation.
Correct.
So we thought that information should be given to the parent as soon as possible. Once the parent realizes that he has a special kid, then how do you go about it? Suppose if a child has a cerebral palsy, okay, then what should be done? What tests to be done? Where should the parent take the child to?
Correct.
So this kind of services we provide, and this is the kind of social process the child goes through.
Correct. So as Mrs. Kavita Shanbhag pointed out, that their NGO works in a key area of giving proper information and guidance to the parents of such children who have special needs.
Right.
Also, I would like to ask you, ma'am, that if tomorrow a need arises for a child who needs, who has a family, but they are not very economically sound,
Right.
or financially sound.
Right.
What are the options for them to approach maybe some government agencies for funding, or some other NGOs who provide
Other schemes also.
Yeah.
So yes, we do provide information about these schemes also. There are other NGOs or other charitable organizations who are working. They also have some kind of focus areas. Some NGOs work in hearing impaired children. They provide some scholarships, or they provide some, they have some funds for equipments, hearing aids, or maybe some surgery, cochlear implant. So we do work as a kind of a facilitators also in in this area.
Okay.
So we provide other government organizations information through website, through our toll-free helpline Disha.
Correct.
So this is how it.
Correct. So very interesting that you spoke about your toll-free helpline.
Yes.
If you could elaborate little more about that service,
Yes.
and also some of the other tools that you use probably to disseminate this information, like the website
Yes.
and any other
Yeah.
sources.
We work on multiple levels, like we give information through our website, that is internet service. Then of course we have this kind of resource guide,
Okay.
journey to empowerment for the parents,
Okay.
because every time the parents may not have internet access.
Correct.
So
Correct.
they can have the book. And sometimes even we feel that there may be service gaps, so we have given the toll free number.
Correct.
And it is very easy to remember. It is 180022 1203, because December 3rd,
Right.
12 and 3.
Correct.
December 3rd is the International Day for People with Disabilities.
Right, right.
So it is very easy
Easy
to
to
remember and
recollect.
associate
Wonderful.
for people. And anytime, since it is a toll-free number, people can get counseling. They call us up for any therapy centers, any new schemes,
Okay.
or many a times for counseling.
Okay. Also, since you run a setup which probably requires a lot of expenses that you would
Yes,
incur
yes.
on a yearly basis,
Right.
I would also like to ask you that what are the activities that you conduct for fundraising, or what are the events?
Right. We of course we seek corporate support.
Okay.
Because through their corporate social responsibility scheme. But we actually more and more we are really relying on private donors. So because they know us from close quarters, so what
Correct,
kind of work we are doing. So many a time if we come to know that if any person is not having any funds to go for any surgery, brain surgery or any cochlear implant surgery, or suppose if they want to have any tape recorders, for talking tape recorders for visually impaired people. So we do kind of as I mentioned earlier, we operate as facilitators. And so for all these kind of activities, we have our workshops, teacher training workshops, or we have our Diwali during any festivals, or suppose like International Day for people with disabilities. We do have our exhibitions. So people donate generously during such events.
Okay. Also very interesting is that they also have an event called Purple Day.
Yes.
If you could tell us little more about Purple Day and the thought behind having that.
Yes. Purple Day is for, it is celebrated for epilepsy.
Correct.
Epilepsy is though it is a neurological disorder, people do not come out and say that I have epilepsy. So it is a very much stigmatized condition.
Correct.
So we partnered with the Purple Day organization, which was started in Canada by a small girl who had epilepsy herself.
Okay.
So now we have started celebrating in India as well. So more and more people know about epilepsy, that this is a condition which is not to be like keep it in and not to disclose. So it has to be treated well with anti-epileptic medications.
Correct.
So it is celebrated on March 26th. And we encourage more and more people to wear purple and support epilepsy.
Sure. Another thing, ma'am is also a special educator for epilepsy
and other disabilities
also. So, do you in your individual capacity conduct any workshops for such children at your place here at this NGO?
Yes. This is a walk-in center as well. So people, anytime the parent comes here for guidance, counseling, and we try to provide more and more training to parents, because you see therapy is a very long process. and parents cannot really afford it. So what happens is there is a treatment gap always. So what we try to do is we train the parents so how to take care of the child's studies. So we teach study skills to the child himself or herself, and we train the parent. Or sometimes we have done is we try to get in touch with the tuition teachers, because many a time if the mother is working, then she also cannot devote much time towards the child. So we are in touch with the tuition teacher. Then we train the tuition teacher how to take care of the child. So it is on a long-term basis.
Correct. So as ma'am explained that they operate with a train the trainer also kind of methodology.
Yes.
And using that you help these type of children.
Right.
So with your experience in this field, what sort of a life would a child with special children with some special needs that you encounter and say a child who is considered normal in our society with a proper treatment, what do you think that they always achieve or can achieve possibly even more than a normal child?
Absolutely, with the right kind of support and timely help, early intervention. The child can really he can achieve his full potential. And nowadays what has happened is with the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and the support staff in school, if we really tap all the resources available, I think the child can really do well, is I feel.
Yes. So wonderful thing that has been put here, that a child with special needs can do as well as a normal child or even more. And there have been examples in the past that there have been some famous personalities with autism who have excelled in their field.
Yes.
So
for that matter, just now you mentioned, so I thought about it. This is a painting done by a child with muscular dystrophy.
Wow.
So this was done by him. He could not even hold a paint brush, and with his mother used to hold the hand, and then he used to paint. So with that kind of a support, means from parental encouragement, the teacher, the painting was tried with him as a therapy. And then he became a
very good,
great, good artist.
So as you can see that it is very normal for such children to be in our society, and society should accept them, and they should also help them in whatever way they can, so that they can also achieve their full potential. And on this very good and inspiring note, I would like to thank Mrs. Kavita Shanbhag for her time and for giving us a valuable insight into how this NGO, the Child Race Trust, which has been doing so much of good work for the society since many years, has been working here from Karnataka Society in Matunga, and I also have personally seen some of the activities that they do, and it's really very good work.
Thank you.